Check out this headlamp that I recently got. I do a lot of projects around the house and I always need a flashlight to see what I'm doing. I'm not as young as I used to be, and having some extra light is always a huge plus. Downside is trying to hold it in the place that I need is definitely always an issue. So having this on my head where I can point it at my work area is definitely a huge plus. In addition, this frees up a hand so I can work with both hands and then have the light on my head. And this thing's pretty cool. Now, it's not as small as I thought it was. It's actually a little bit bulky. It's not that heavy where I'm going to have some head fatigue. I've worn this for hours. Only thing after 2 hours of wearing this is that the light is a little bit warm. So definitely keep that in mind. But other than that, this thing, yes, it is bulky, but it's really not that heavy. Now on the back of it is your battery pack, and you have the rechargeable batteries. And on high, I was able to get over 2 hours. So depending on what level you have this on, you're going to get a minimum of 2 hours when the battery is full. And then on the side, you have the wire coming from the battery pack all the way up to the front where the light is. Now, this light is adjustable in a few different ways. First, you can focus this in. Once you turn it on, you can focus this in, or you can have it as like a wide angle lighting or like a wide beam. And that's all done just by pulling in and pulling out the actual lens. Turning lens doesn't do anything. It's pulling in and pulling out that will actually focus or widen the beam. In addition, you can pull on the lens and click it down to click. So if you want to be looking at your hands and want to light up whatever's in your hands, you can do that. Or you can push it back up and then light up whatever is in front of you. Now, the buttons to turn this on is on top. You have high, medium, and low. Then you have a strobe, and then you also, I think this is the SOS mode. When you're in one of the high, medium, or lows, you can actually press the other button, and that's going to activate the motion sensor. Now, this motion sensor, you can just put your hand in front of it. It will turn on. Do it again, and it will turn off. And what I love about this little sensor, I'm calling it a motion sensor. It might be some other type of sensor, but it really only senses when your hand's maybe an inch away from it. So even if your hand is in front of you and you're moving around, it's not going to flash on and off like I've had with some other headset. That's just annoying that you want to have that feature, but you don't want it constantly turning on and off just because you're doing stuff in front of the sensor. This really has to be really close. So when you put your hand in front of it, it's going to turn on if it's off and turn off if it's on. Also in the front is where your battery level is, so you can tell if it's at 100% or if it's at 25%. So really nice to see it in a display and see where that battery level is. And then on the back where the battery charger is, that is where your USB-C port is. And like I said, you're about a minimum of 2 hours even when this is on high. All in all, this is a great headlamp. Like I said, it is on the bigger side, so be aware of that, but it's not that heavy. Like I had no problems wearing this for hours on end when I'm outside, maybe if you're camping or working on a project. There's so many uses that you can have a headlamp like this and you're going to save the day because this thing definitely comes in hand. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope this video was helpful. I will see you guys on the next one.